Oh, please excuse the mess. Yeah, we got a lot of junk in here. We got a lot to do today. We've been actually gone for 6 days. So everything's all over the place. Let me get you some gloves. Those are yours. Okay, so where's my hat? So I got my hat to protect my dome from the mosquitoes. They now go for your head, which they didn't before. Then I got my long sleeves on, protect from mosquitoes. I got my Rick James on. Got my Rick James on, hold on a second. All right. So one thing is the first 3 days when we left, it rained. My buddy was telling me it was raining back home and that Noah was out here. So it rained substantially a lot. Then what happened was for the last 3 days, it didn't rain. So we're here to check out the garden and see what everything looks like, see what the peach trees are doing, if we still have peaches, because the squirrels here, they cut through anything. Look at that down there. I got a cage that's on the ground. Why is that on the ground? I had a peach in there, or 2 or 3. If the squirrels got through that, that's crazy. You know what this means? Potatoes are ready. All the potato, it was all green, everything died back. Potatoes are ready, so we're gonna harvest those possibly today. These potatoes over here will be ready shortly. Anytime you see potatoes that are green, they got sunlight, and they're not supposed to have sunlight, so you cannot eat those. This is a big surprise. I wasn't expecting us to have peaches because the squirrels by this time of year, they would have gone through all of them, every last bit. And we've never had peaches, maybe one time this late in the season. But they're not ready. They're still extremely hard. I do want to give a shout out to Mike's Chaotic Garden. In one of my videos, he did post, in order to keep squirrels off the video, you must have a water source. So what I've been doing was making sure that the bird bath stay full. I've been putting water around for the squirrels so they won't look for the water in the peaches. I don't know what kind of mess to expect when we got off of vacation, but while we were on vacation, all I kept thinking about was the garden and the garden. Is it getting enough water? Is there any groundhog pressure? And I could say this, I will say this, have yet to see not one groundhog this year, so that's a blessing. This is what we come home to. Extremely dry, extremely. Everything needs water. All right, we got tomatoes over here. We got a few tomatoes. I'm happy about that. I'm happy that the fact that nothing's been eaten by animal, it looks like. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our way around the garden to see how everything's looking. Extremely dry. This is in need of water. That's how you can tell the leaves are curling up. So we're gonna water heavily today. The next 5 or 6 days it's supposed to rain every day. So we're still gonna water anyway. Cabbage over here. I think this is probably as big as it's gonna get. The head is nice and hard, so I may pluck that one. The outer leaves I can't use. If we had chickens, chickens would be extremely happy. We're gonna do some cleanup today. Oh yeah, we need to get some water on these things ASAP. Have watermelon growing. I don't think we're gonna get any watermelon this year because all I see is a few flowers, but I don't see any fruit. It's already July, 6th, and we don't have anything yet, so we may not get watermelon this year. This is another thing I thought about on the way back home, was the beans. how will the beans look, because I was plucking beans pretty much every day, and this is 6 days of growth. So we're gonna have to go through and pluck a lot of beans today. And more than likely what we're gonna do with these beans is we're gonna can them and we're gonna make some soup. More potatoes. Those are ready. See what else we got. Sweet potatoes. Not sure what they look like. Check this out. Corn. We got the pollen up the top. Oh, I hated leaving this garden for so long, but we had to have we needed that vacation. We needed that trip to see family and friends. And I was just praying that by the time we come back, we still have fruit and vegetables. And as you're looking around, you can see our Savoy cabbage over here. Not ready, not yet. So our main mission today is going to be, we're going to do a lot of trimming, a lot of watering, a lot of feeding. All the trees are looking sad. We got, here we go. Look at that, persimmons. We need to water that ASAP. Here's how I could tell how much water we got while we were gone. This was down to here, the water level. Now we're up to here. So that's pretty good. That's not as much as I thought we should have, but it's free. Tomato plants are hurting real bad. Not sure how they're gonna recover. Over here it's not looking too bad. A lot of this is weeds. We have garlic in here, so a lot of this will probably get pulled today. When we left, we had some spaghetti squash. We had one little plant, it was roughly this big. Let's see how it looks today, and if we have more. So significantly, well, it didn't get that bigger, not much bigger. My assumption of all this rain my buddy was telling me about didn't really happen. It is, however, good to see things are still alive. Your poor little flowers, though, they took a beating. Yeah, she had sunflowers, and we got marigolds, they're still holding on. Here's a sunflower that held on. Here's one that's coming up. Figs. This is what our figs look like. This is actually the second batch of figs. Will they be ready in time? I don't know. So I'm kind of disappointed, kind of happy. Here's my Indian peach. They actually started turning their colors, but they're extremely hard. They're like rocks. So peaches in this region, they should be ready around, I'm guessing these are gonna be October. One more thing I wanted to check out before we start working was when I left, we had about 6 pomegranates coming. Let's see what the development looks like. I see 2 already. Look at that. Got a pomegranate coming. And this is the first year that we actually started growing pomegranates on this tree. I counted 6 when I left, so we're up to 3 so far. And it looks like 3 fell off, I guess. Well, I'll be happy with 3. So that's what it looks like we have going on right now. Yeah, 1, 2. I don't know, I'm just stuck counting those, but let's see what these pears. Hey, homeboy, wrong yard. Come here. Psst, come here. No, thank you. Last year, this tree had pears all over it. I mean, I couldn't even count them all. This year This year has actually been a very strange year with growing. We had a late frost. The temperature, the night temperatures was 53, 58 degrees all the way up into May. And that's pretty chill for a lot of vegetables and fruit. And then we got a huge amounts of rain this year. And this is the first year this late that it's rained like this. I'm talking buckets of rain. We are gonna get a few of the the pears, it looks like. The other good thing is the squirrels haven't been really coming after this stuff. Usually you can see them jumping off the tree whenever you come outside. I'm about to trim this. These some ugly looking pears, but they might be tasty. Definitely gonna cut away the outside. Come on, dude, all this yard we got over here, let's go. Always wanna go somewhere where you're not supposed to go. Let's go. There you go. I do have watermelon over here, so I decided to put it all over the place. But I have vines and the flowers, no watermelon. And the reason why I put some over here is I definitely figured that if we're gonna have groundhog, maybe the groundhog won't get everything because everything is in one spot. I moved it around. This area overgrew again. In one of my videos, I was pulling this up. All this is poison ivy. This is the bane of my existence right here. So I'm about to dig all this up and I'm about to put something on it to kill it down to the roots. Because what I want to do is to get the rest of these wood chips up, put them in the back in the food forest. And then I want to plant a tree right here because a tree was here before. So we're not going to wait on the rain to get here. We're going to do some emergency watering and try to get these trees back to life. Okay. Oh, check this out. We didn't even look at the banana tree. Now, when we left, this banana tree was looking real pitiful. And I figured I put it in the wrong spot because all the leaves all summer look just like this, just like this. But seeing this right here, that's hope. That's hope. I was still hoping that this would get bigger, but it didn't. I was hoping to get taller. It didn't. However, these got taller. These are the pups. I'm gonna give these away. We don't need them. They look very healthy. So stay tuned if you're watching and you're a faithful watcher of this channel and you're local. Yeah, you might get a banana. I already know one person I'm gonna give it to. The other one, you know what, might be a family member who lives close or a friend. I'm not gonna show you the food forest because I already know everything back there is dead with the lack of rain. All right, folks, I'm about to glove up and start working. We're gonna see you on the next video. Peace out.